The purpose of a woman. Woman to this day and age, though she's flourishing, succeeding, and is competing equally with men, is still considered weak in this society. Women are undervalued, disrespected, and still treated lower than men. Though the women today has got many privileges, a number of women across the globe still suffer from oppression and injustice. Many of us suffer from mental health problems more than men, and that's because of a negative influence of the society over us. We are told that we are weak and dependent since our birth. Many of our parents doesn't raise the male and female children the same way. This is leading to question the purpose of our existence. But the Bible shows a different perspective and the true purpose of a woman. Let's see the biblical aspects of women regarding the purpose of life. Women are the most beautiful creatures on earth, designed by the supreme God. They are priceless and precious ones with unique qualities. Let's understand the plan of God from the Bible. Genesis chapter 1 verse 27 says that, "So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. Both the man and the woman are created and are made equally in his glory. Neither of them received more of the glory or the image than the other." This significance shows that Bible approves the equality of both genders. At first, they are spiritual beings with more power and dominion than all other creatures over the earth. But the disobedience to the Lord's command made them to reap the drastic consequences. God cursed the Eve to be ruled by Adam. Despite her disobedience, sin, curse, and its consequence, God showed his unimaginable grace to us humans. We still see the goodness of God in creating a woman, in giving birth to a good life. According to Isaiah chapter 43 verse 4, "You are designed as God's crown of glory." Yes, women are designed as God's crown of glory. The crown represents power, honor, and royalty. Crown is embellished with various jewels, pearls, and with other precious stones. Almost all of the women love crowns because of its glory and richness. Most of the ladies love to put the crowns during their weddings, parties, and many other occasions. It's because it adds beauty to the women who wears it. But the crown of the royals, the queens, the princes represents power and authority. God is the most powerful God. He holds the absolute authority over the world. And since you are his crown, you are used powerfully. God is royal king and you are his precious daughter. Honoring him will in return give you the privilege to be honored and respected. According to Song of Solomon chapter 7 and verse 1 and Isaiah chapter 43 verse 7, "You are powerful, honorable, beautiful, and precious in his sight." Ladies, you are powerful, honorable, beautiful, and precious. When you honor God, he puts you in a high place where no one can degrade you or disrespect you. When you serve him as the Most High God, he uplifts you in a way that you can never imagine. You are made to glorify him on this earth and in heaven. You are God's masterpiece. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10 says that, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." You are God's handiwork, created in a special way. You have special features and things that no one else has. No one in this entire planet has the DNA, iris, or the fingerprint as same as you. You possess a unique biological matter in this entire universe. God took a great care to create you in a very special way. Don't ever undermine your beauty or your life comparing with others. Psalm 139 verse 14 says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Your birth has a specific purpose. Don't let yourself down by thinking that you are a female and that you are dependent, vulnerable, and weak. God has a specific plan and purpose for your life. Seek His purpose and ask His will to be fulfilled in your life. Never forget to thank Him for His grace and love for you. You are purposed to be a blessing. Many have a belief that women are cursed on this earth. They think that a woman is responsible for the sin and curse upon this mankind. But our God is so gracious that He took away the guilt and blame from the women. He chose the woman as His vessel to descend into the sinful world. He entered this earth through the womb of a woman in order to remove our shame upon us. The curse turned into a blessing. The sin was destroyed by salvation. Through God, everything is possible, and hence you should understand that God's mighty grace is sufficient for you to change your life from hopelessness to a life full of hope. God brings fruitfulness not only to your physical, but also to mental and spiritual levels. When Jesus was on this earth, the Bible shows no trace of negative attitude towards women. In fact, He was always compassionate and ready to forgive the sinful women, and was ready to heal the wounds of their heart. In Gospel of John chapter 4, verse 4 through 26, Samaritan woman was transformed by God's merciful power. He was concerned about her salvation too. In Gospel of John chapter 8, verse 10 and 11, He forgave the sinful women. In Gospel of John chapter 19, verse 25 through 27, He loved and respected His mother Mary. In Gospel of Matthew chapter 9, verse 20 through 22, He was compassionate towards women. Jesus has never treated women any different. He treated them the same as He treated men, with love and compassion. He never once insulted a woman, or He never once differentiated ministry as this is a woman's job or a man's job. He treated everyone equally. You are created to be a companion. God created Eve so that she could be a companion or a helpmate to Adam. You are created to have a companionship with your man. God didn't want a man to be alone and single. He created a helpmate. He needed her support in his life. But many people of this world cannot recognize God's plan and purpose of a partner in their life and mistreats their spouses. A godly man knows the value of his wife. He is bound to abide in God's command. He obeys the God's commandments to love his wife too. In Proverbs chapter 31 verse 26, it says that she opens her mouth with wisdom and teaching of kindness in her tongue. A godly woman uses her words to build up the family, give advice with kindness, remains faithful to her husband till death. She is not only a helpmate to the husband, but also a mother to his children. She raises them up in a godly discipline. She has spiritual qualities of joy, love, grace, and kindness. She has a keen sense on the business matters. She does business with great confidence. She is never a lazy woman. She possesses wisdom by leaning on to the Lord. Be a godly woman that the world never knows of. You are created to fulfill the purpose of your life and bring God the glory. You are provided with wisdom to raise and develop a good family. You are purposed to be graceful in your ways. He has given you the spiritual qualities to express His grace through you. Be a woman that God wanted you to be.